Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. It is March 21st, 2026. I hope the day has treated you kindly. I got some sage burning here. Let us tap right in and see what's happening with the planetary system, shall we? What's going on? What's happening with planetary circumstance? Please, Spirit, for the people, what's happening with this separation? Separation. What is happening with the separation? What is happening with the separation? Alrighty then. In the central energy, what do we got for the planetary system that concerns the people, please? Page of Cups, we've got new love, young love, sweet love, intuitive messaging, challenge position, public recognition, victory, in the subconscious, 10 of Wands, completion or a burden. Oh, the burden. In the recent past. Ace of Pentacles. We've got an abundance, financial opportunity, a new job, intentions and expectations. Ew, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Limited success or reward. Worked without results. A new venture. Somebody took on a new venture. Didn't pan out. 3 of Swords. Heartbreak. The lens is being looked through. Page of Swords. In the environment. 2 of Cups, connection. Hopes and fears. Oh, well, what do we got here? So, we've got the truth about this rivalry. You know the truth about the rivalry. The outgoing energy. Painful endings. 10 of Swords. Difficult decisions. You've got your guard up. Somebody's been defeated, you've got your guard up. You know the truth. Somebody could be having a crisis because of your union here. We got swiftly. Rapid action. Adaptability. Research, homecoming, rapid action, adaptability, research. You got your light on. There's a homecoming. You're weary. You're weary. This is the last stand. The last stand for the 10 of Pentacles. Somebody's having a painful ending. Somebody's getting cut out of your stuff. You've got a victory here. They're really upset. They're really upset over your confidence. Page of Cups is here. Got some new love. Happy surprise. Third party came out in the reverse. I was foolish to underestimate the impact of infidelity. I should have valued our connection more than my desires. Please forgive me for not recognizing its importance. So somebody wants another try. They're real sorry. They want to come back into the energy. They're challenged by this public recognition, by your victory. Your self-confidence, your empathy, your ability to heal over this crap game they were playing. Immaturity. Nobody needs that. No responsible woman needs immaturity in their love. You've got victory over here. You could be coming into sudden wealth. Somebody wants that. See, they were trying to take you out. They want to take your stuff. You're getting sudden wealth. You got victory over those who were taking your wealth. Now they're like, ew, I really want to, after thousands of years of being a whore, Gigolo wants to come forward with a love offer. Isn't that funny? All of a sudden he realizes how, you know, being a whore isn't necessarily the way to go. No thanks. Thousands of years of gigoloing. Nobody wants that energy. No thanks. No thank you. Ten of Wands is in the subconscious. Rich. It could be that they're in a Ten of Wands burden because it was false success. They are in spiritual scarcity and they want to reattach to you. We got the Ace of Pentacles there in abundance. So it could be there's an Ace of Pentacles. Stay away. They see you've got sudden wealth and they want to attach themselves to it because, you know, that's all they're about. So now, after all this time of being a third-party gigolo, they want to come in and say, ew, please forgive me. Well, okay, well, you could just, forgiveness, just release. Go somewhere else. Mr. Sudden Wealth. Go somewhere else. Ace of Pentacles, you're the abundant gift. And what did they do? We may seem different on the surface, but underneath my mask, we are more similar than you think. I wish I could show you the real me. There's no mask. You're not wearing a damn mask. You're the gift. You're transparent. You're not hiding anything. Like, you're the Ace of Pentacles. Abundance is the gift, and you're not hiding anything. Like, you're an authentic, transparent being. We've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody worked without results. Mr. Mask Wearer, the masks are off. The masks are off. You're the gift. You're not wearing a mask. Somebody worked with that reward. Mr. Mask Wearer, Miss Mask Wearer, they wanted your wealth. Now they're coming in like, oh, I didn't realize what infidelity would do to the world. Well, they certainly did. They all had the same plan and the same agenda. They were all working for the same guy, the same hierarchy. They all had the same intentions of burdening the gift and calling themselves successful. With this third-party shit, they were binding all of the wombs. No, dude, no thank you. Nobody wants that kind of love. No thanks. No thanks. No more third-party situations. He's like, oh, but I mean it this time. Oh, but I... Yeah. Casanova didn't work for shit. He was just out there being a freaking gigolo for pay. For pay. Calling himself Mr. Successful by dipping his wick into all those little vajijis, hooking and tagging and drawing forth the energy and the gifts. Yep, worked without results. Success, there's a limited success or reward for Casanova. They're getting cut off. They're suffering. Masks are up. You're there. You're like, hello. There's no social mask for this person, this divine feminine, who's got a victory here and is coming into sudden wealth, or victory over Mr. False Success, destiny. Somebody is heartbroken. You're moving into your destiny, or they're getting divorced out of your destiny. Yeah, because they're a third-party whole bag, and they're like, oh, wait, forgive me. Well, how many times have you already forgiven? The truth is seen very clearly. You got success over Mr. Casanova chasing your womb for sudden wealth. No thanks, Mr. Casanova. No thanks. They are divorced out of your destiny. They're heartbroken over you having passionate love. We got the Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Somebody's got restless mental energy. They're trying to figure out, how am I going to get around this one, right? No exit. There's no exit. They're like, oh no, what do I do now? Because you're coming together with your sweetheart here. Whoa. Lifesaver. You are not alone in this storm. As you gasp for air, salvation appears and a breath away from safety. You've got a lifesaver coming. 2 of Cups, a lifesaver, escape. Somebody's crushed by the burdens of their reality. You escaped. Or your marriage connection is causing somebody to need a lifesaver. We've got the truth over this rivalry, this nastiness. Mr. Gigolo in the routine making pornographic movies. Mr. Teddy Bear Boy. Ew, I'm Mr. Porn Man. Whatever. Yeah. So the rivalry, making routine pornography, broadcasting it all over the freaking universe. In a Ten of Swords energy, you've got your freaking guard up. Hello. Hey, and who does that? Who is that? Boom. Somebody does that. Abandonment. You got your guard up. These people abandon you, and now there's difficult decisions to be made. They're in a painful ending here. They abandoned you, and now they will be abandoned. Isn't that something? Genuine hurt, feels deeply betrayed. That's what they did to you over and over and over again. Made you feel invisible, like you had no value. This false flame has been enjoying the destiny of the twin flames for some time, all by himself. Isn't he just a prince? Isn't he a prince? The twin flames are in a commitment, possibly married, now, together, here in the environment. Somebody's seeking help. Danger is approaching. There's an unexpected event. An unexpected event, a new beginning. So something's going to happen. There's going to be an unexpected event. I guess in the religious books it says nobody knows the time or the place or whatever. What? Two shall be walking and one shall be left or something like that. So there's an unexpected event, a new beginning. We got bad news. Bad news. Your honey's coming. He saw you. You've been doing here all this stuff by yourself. Now he's coming for you. Across the distances. And Mr. Casanova is like, oh no. Your channel has been promoted. Or maybe you have alerted everybody as to the manipulation of Divine Feminine with these nasty Jack Casanovas. So you broadcasted the reality about this. There's an unexpected surprise here. We've got walls closing in, but it also says removing the walls built by cultural differences. So folks are coming together. Mr. Digital Whisper, little Mr. Porn Star is going in the shredder because he's been exploiting people and mimicking their honor. Stealing their honor. Stealing their honor. And they've stole Divine Feminine's honor lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Nasty Jack. But you were able to bend without breaking, and they can't undo what they have done. There's a breakthrough. Break on through to the other side. Break on through. And those who are spreading confusion and lying about you are malfunctioning. Their vehicle, their temple, their car, whatever, their transport, it's malfunctioning. You have rooted out the problem from the source. They shall no longer step on these trees. You know what they've been doing, and you know how to protect them now. Those people that were comparing themselves to you and hurting others in order to make the impression that they were something other than what they are, they're trapped. And they're overloaded. People got questions. What the hell happened here? They made an unfair assessment of you, and they're being condemned because they're being rejected. And your distant twin flame, who's been lonely for a long time, is firing a warning shot of authority to those who've been chasing quick gains and puppeting you for petty gain. Yeah. There's a celebration here. They missed the deadline. And they're going to be imprisoned because they were forcing you to push that love up the mountain, and then they were taking credit for it all by themselves while kicking you back off the mountain. Mr. whatever the hell his face is. Yeah, Mr. like, I did it all by myself. She's a prostitute. I can't stay with her. But she was the actual flame. What a prick. He's getting an ultimatum. Yeah, Mr. Nasty Jack, nobody needs you. Getting an ultimatum. Big time trouble. Irrevocable choices with severe consequences. They're going to be, yeah, because they were prostituting the children. Violating them. Driving them into immorality, and then accusing them of choosing that for themselves. These nasty jacks are real sick, man. Stay away, Page of Cups. Oh no. He was foolish to underestimate the impact of infidelity. Why, yes. And nobody wants to... That drippy one. You're You're not dealing with any third-party hoe bags. You're not dealing with it. And they're like, oh no, do love offering. You're like, sorry man, no, don't want it. Absolutely not. Mr. Sudden Wealth, Mr. Tag, hook tag and freaking draw out the essence. No, nobody wants it. No. Everybody has to learn some way. Some of us have to learn the hard way, I guess. Because it's too late. They're heartbroken. It's too late. They're making love offers, but nobody wants a third party. Nobody wants a love offer from a third party mean guy. No thanks, Casanova. No thanks. They've been getting rich off of your effort. They didn't do squat. They've been drawing off the womb, and now it's too late, and they're heartbroken. You're not taking their love offer. No thanks. You've got the Six of Wands here. You got sudden wealth. You got, or maybe you are victorious over Mr. Sudden Wealth, Mr. Fast Cash. Hit it and quit it. Massive regrets. Massive regrets. They were gigolos, prostitutes, and they were prostituting others' souls, their energy, the gift, and they felt real proud of it. They felt real proud of this heavy burden that they forced her to carry for centuries. Real proud of it. Now they're regretful. Oh, gee, nobody wants your love offer. 10 of Wands is here for those who are in spiritual scarcity. Memories. The history. They're in a 10 of Wands burden for the history of how they've been siphoning the wealth out of everything and everyone. Seeks validation through fame and feels unstable. You were the Ace of Pentacles, the abundance. You were the gift. You were transparent. You didn't wear any masks, and you're not accepting those who do. Masks are off. You were the gift. You were always a gift, and you were never what Casanova said you were. Look, masks are off. You're not wearing a social mask, and the mask is off of Mr. Mask Wearer, Mr. whatever, Mr. Casanova wearing the energy of the gift. No, they're not you. You were the gift. You're the abundant gift. You're transparent. You're not wearing a mask. Mr. Casanova here didn't do squat. They worked without results. They thought they could F-U-C-K their way to the top. Of course, there's all them and all these women too. They all thought that's all it took. Yep. So they backstab people, deceive, backstab, mind games, love bomb. That's all they did with no strings attached. Oh, I just want to F you, honey. I just want to connect to you and then force you to go round and round and round and round in a pool of whatever waters I want you in. So they're getting divorced, heartbroken over your destiny. You're getting a passionate affair, a passionate union. Strong, unbreakable bond. Rejected. They're heartbroken. They've been rejected from the destiny. From this destiny of an unbreakable bond. It's broken, all right. They broke it. They chose no strings. They chose no strings. They chose to gain a contract, and then they chose to brutalize that connected energy. Page of Swords here. Restless in the mental, trying to figure out what do they do? What do they do? There's no exit. There's no exit. There's no running. They can't run away from it. There's no exit. No more running. They got to figure out how to communicate. They weren't able to get away. They're trapped. Two of Cups, marriage connection, partnership, mutual attraction. You're not alone in the storm. We got a lifesaver and escape. Somebody wants to escape. These people that were triangular, third-party enemies. So now they're under pressure. They could be having anxiety because you got this marriage connection. They need a lifesaver. You're not alone in this. They need a lifesaver. They want to escape. They're under pressure. They might be sending out love messages. You know, you got the Ace of Swords. You got the Ace of Swords truth. You know the truth about this rivalry. You could just be like doing some kind of spiritual surgery on your competition who were routinely making pornography and then broadcasting it throughout the freaking cosmos. They defiled and then degraded and then deceitfully convicted the gift. Over and over and over again. Blocked. Digital detox. Blocked. They're getting blocked. They've been complaining about the silencer. So I don't know what it is. They're getting blocked. This AI system or this false telepathy or whatever this is. We got folks that are off planet, whether they're on one of them floating rocks out there or in their ship or in another dimensional space. I don't know, because I heard somebody say the other day, which is weird because I haven't heard that yet. What happened on Earth? So apparently, some of these folks that I'm hearing, perhaps all of them, they're in the nether regions somewhere. We got the Ten of Swords. There's a collapse, a painful ending. Difficult decisions are being made. You're avoiding them. You got your guard up. It's like, thou shalt not pass. And there's a thing. Isn't that, is that Egyptian or whatever? Because they abandoned your love. They abandoned you. They left you alone. They're going to be abandoned. Those who are mirroring you are effed up over you. They have to go deal with all of that mental magic that was meant to get you institutionalized now. They are responsible for every nasty thing that they put into your mirror. It's their stuff. Divine Masculine is bringing karmic, he's delivering karmic debt. He's bringing a firestorm. Divine Masculine's bringing a firestorm. These people are messed up in the mental. These unemployed sweet talkers. Trying to hide, trying to keep secret the beloved child of the Most High, the Most Heavenly Father. They're losing sleep here. They're worried. They're replaying everything that they did to you because they know that everything they did to you now has to be done to them. And your prayers are closing this cycle. Your faith is closing this cycle of them feeding on you. And the thug is all up in their feelings about your romance. They're going to the police station because they kept sacrificing you, leaving you hanging. And this is shocking news. The shocking news is you're getting married. You're getting a new GPS. You're headed out of out town. Yeah, you're getting married. Goodbye. We're getting married. Goodbye. And the shady mask wearer is feeling like shit. Because your family, the divine, that your family has the divine feminine's spiritual gifts. So you got a new family and your spiritual gifts are with them. Hello. There's a separation from those who chose to be happy, being single, hurting others and drawing off of them while holding them in stagnancy and poverty. They're feeling ashamed for their toxic lifestyle, for loving to hate you, for having sex with people that they hate and wanted to unalive and siphon the soul out of. Sickening. So they're getting these karmic ties, they're getting ghosted, they're getting detached. Maybe these are ghosts running around in animated corpses or whatever. Your illumination, your shine, your light has illuminated the truth about this psycho, arrogant one that demanded everybody do things their way. Freaking psycho. They don't want to let go. Bad news, jackass. Aw, your twin flame misses you and you're free. Maybe you miss your twin flame. You're moving on. You're going places. Going places. They weren't able to sabotage your Merkaba. They tried. There's still something, I don't know, man. Let's get us some more clarity. Because there's still somebody out there that might try a thing, but we do have rejection. I mean, some folks aren't happy. I got a new deck. Let's see what comes out. So the Page of Cups is making a love offer, but we're not dealing with any third-party situations. That's too late for them to make a love offer, and they're heartbroken. They're having massive regrets over your public recognition or the public recognition regarding their way of getting wealthy. They're having massive regrets. They're feeling like a fool. They're suffering the heartbreak that you felt too. And we've got, it's too late. We've got, yes, it sucks. No, you're not dying. Healing feels like garbage before it feels like growth. Be resilient. Patience through the struggle. So, yes, it sucks. No, you're not dying. You've got a Six of Wands here, public recognition, or you've brought public recognition to this masculine's way of gaining sudden wealth by being a gigolo, by breaking hearts, by treating women by treating gifts like hoe bags, and then painting them like they were. What a jerk, man. What a jerk. To unfollow equals self-care. You can't heal while stalking his Instagram. They're having massive regrets that they unfollowed you, that they dropped you off, that they abandoned you. Maybe they're having massive regrets for comparing you to Jezebel, for trying to swap her karmic personality with you, making you wear her character. Mr. Successful with spiritual scarcity is having a 10 of Wands burden due to the history of what they've done here. Yes, it sucks. No, you're not dying. The universe, don't take X back requests. Stop manifesting their return. Manifest your refund. Closure. Compensation. Humor. The memories. They didn't want the ex back. They told the universe they didn't want him back. They cut you out. They eliminated you. They wanted you gone forever. So now, it's over. You got your Ace of Pentacles. You were the gift. You still are. You're not wearing a mask, and you're not dealing with anybody who is. These fake people. Fake DNA. Fake whatever. Their title, their lineage, it's all fake. They don't actually belong. Dots don't mean devotion. Read energy, not typing bubbles. Intuition, patience, and awareness. They're not devoted. They're not false. I mean, they're false. The baby, if there was a baby, it's not theirs. The mask is off. Dots don't mean devotion. There's no devotion. There's no freaking devotion. We've got awareness here. They worked without results. Casanova worked without results. He and his Jezebels. They were backstabbing and love bombing and mind game playing, deceiving people, you know, having sex with them, gaining a connection, and then trapping them in a round and round and round while Gigolo siphons the freaking womb of its eternal life energy. Retrograde didn't cancel your to-do list. It's not the stars. It's your snooze button. Procrastination. They have to own what it is they've done. Retrograde. Everything they did to you is going to be coming back to them. Saturn return. Backstabbing, no strings attached, round and round and round, in lack, being used, heartbroken, 3 of Swords, rejected from your destiny. You're destined to be together with your person. It's right here in the environment. And those third-party, triangular, you know, hoe bag enemies are having a meltdown. So they're rejected by this strong, unbreakable, you know, love bond. You're starving while calling it fine dining. Stop romanticizing crumbs. Self-worth. Your person is saying, stop romanticizing crumbs. It's time for you to have this strong, unbreakable bond with a passionate love. It's time for you to stop settling for crumbs. He's telling you, look, recognize your value. You could be living in scarcity. You might be denying yourself, you know, nice stuff. Page of Swords is here, restless in the mental. There's no exit. They're trapped in this situation with no escape. They can't run away. Trapped in an infinite loop with no escape. Engages in Sisyphean task that never ends. They got to push that love up the mountain, and it's never going to end. Just like they didn't want it to ever end for you. You've been doing that for thousands of years, and they knocked you off the top of that mountain and stole your honor lifetime after lifetime. For centuries they've been doing that to you, and now it's their turn. They can't run away from it. It's like nothing they do will be successful. The universe doesn't take X back requests. Nope. Unread, unread isn't mystery, it's indifference. Stop excusing his silence. This is rejection. Blunt truth and clarity. There's no running away from it. Two of Cups is here in the environment. You're not alone here. You got a lifesaver. Somebody's crushed by the burdens of the reality. They want to vanish. These triangular third-party enemies are under pressure. They could be having anxiety. Time is running out. They're having mental issues. What the mental magic they put on you is back on them. They shouldn't have done that, man. That was too bad. I mean, that was over 20 years of their daily mental magic, man. I don't know how that's going to feel when it comes back. That's going to be bad. That's going to be real bad. That's going to be real bad. That was sober you, not retrograde. So we got excuses. Look, excuses. We've got stop texting your ex, own it, not Mercury. That was sober you, not retrograde. Excuses, responsibility. They can't, there's no excuses. There's no excuses for what they did. They were not responsible. Spiritual glow-ups don't come with filters. Healing isn't aesthetic. It's awkward. Authenticity. Yeah, so they're under pressure because they didn't accept responsibility. And spiritual glow-ups don't come with filters. It's nasty. They were faking it. They were trying to fake it. They're trying to ridicule you. They don't want to take responsibility. They can't, their excuses aren't being accepted. They're under pressure because you're authentic. Because you didn't make excuses. You told the truth, Ace of Swords, about this rivalry. Routine teddy bear boy making pornography and then broadcasting it through the freaking universe. Teddy bear, pornography, pizza girl, whatever. They've been prostituting the children. And so now we got to detox. They're getting blocked and they cannot send out these videos anymore. They're nasty. These assholes are nasty. Sick mofos. Well, the true divine masculine is here kicking their is, and I just don't have anything to say about it. Too much, anyway. Signs everywhere. Volume still on mute. Spirit is typing, but you're not listening. Guidance, awareness, intuition. They're not listening. They're blocked. But this also came out in the reverse. So it's like they're not getting any guidance. They're getting cut off of their intuition. Blocked. Blocked. So they got to get cut off from the connections of these girls that they have been molesting. Their minds, their wombs, their essence. Girls, women, men, take it as it resonates. Energy. Ten of Swords is here. You're avoiding these people that abandoned you. They could be getting abandoned. Those people who deeply betrayed you, you're not dealing with them anymore. They're effed up over you because they're responsible for what they put in your mirror. They've been making you wear this disgusting immorality for centuries, and it was never yours. They've just been covering you. in the blame and the shame of it, forcing you to carry the burden of it. They forced it onto us, male and female. Fake version of you. So the people that were mirroring you are effed up over you. They're getting abandoned. You changed your whole vibe. We've got rejection. Your authenticity has them rejected. The one mirroring you is already messed up. Even your cards, it's like, let go already. They're having anxiety. They're having fear. They might need to seek professional advice. They might need therapy. They may be sleep deprived. They can't sleep. They're creating chaos with all of this intimate encounter. They think chaos is passion, is chemistry. So they go in and they antagonize each other and then have sex to make up until it happens again, that they can't they get under each other's skin. People, giving you the bare minimum are going to be made to hold themselves accountable. Because you're stopping, you're not giving idiots any more spiritual credit. Absolutely not. And whoever was mirroring you is now stuck in some kind of Netflix trap. They got stuck in a fantasy. They're having a reality check. They're lazy. There's lazy people. Interesting. 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 Page of Cups is here wanting to make a love offer, but it's too late. We're not dealing with third-party enemies, and they're heartbroken, but they're not dying. Yes, it sucks. They're going to have to learn patience. Breakup. Separation. The end. It's too late. You're walking away. Yes, it sucks. No, they're not dying. They're going to go experience growth through struggle. We got the Six of Wands. Victory. Public recognition. This fellow, this fellow who was prostituting the wombs of these pizza girls or whatever, they're having massive regrets regarding this obsession. You're free. You're cutting them off. You're unfollowing them. You're not having anything to do with this forgotten person. This is a forgotten person who left you alone a long time ago. You've got public recognition now. They're like, oh no, what did I do? And it's like, nobody cares. Ba fong goo. They're under a heavy burden. Because this spiritual scarcity individual, he was effing their way to the top, using the wombs of and the GGs of little girls and the spine of the little boys. POS, making videos, broadcasting throughout the universe. They're having a heavy burden because of what they've done in the history. The universe isn't going to let them get their ex back. Sorry, the universe says no, because they turned them all into hoes. They were prostituting everybody and then making fun of them, broadcasting it, telling everybody how diamond is and they don't matter. Piece of shit. Okay, piece of shit. Fine. You didn't want connection. You didn't want strings. You wanted to backstab and manipulate. Go ahead. Have a nice life. Bye. Because this divine feminine is the gift. And she's not wearing a mask. She is authentic and transparent. And she's not dealing with anybody wearing a social mask. Anybody who's being fake there. Anybody who isn't devoted. We've got divine timing. Wrong time, right time, wait. They worked without results, Mr. Casanova. They were deceiving and effing their way to the top. Love bombing, cheating, lying, hurting, trapping. They just wanted to tap and tag that vajiji and that womb. That limited source of energy. Unlimited source of energy. Connected to the Star Nation soul tribes. And then they would keep us trapped in this cursed cycle of abuse. Retrograde did not cancel your to-do list. It's not the stars. It's your snooze button. They didn't do crap. They slept in. They thought this was the way to the top. They felt very highly of themselves. Delusions of grandeur. Yeah, you have discovered the hidden truth. Perhaps you were the hidden truth. The one that they hid, the one that they tried to silence, the one that they didn't want anybody to see or know or hear. You were from here long, long ago, a long, long ago treasure that they tried to bury. And they did for a long time. They didn't want you to produce children. They didn't want, I think, were probably doing what they do. Three of Swords, they're heartbroken. They're getting rejected from a strong, unbreakable bond, a passionate love story, a destiny. Your person says, stop romanticizing crumbs. Know your self-worth. Trash. Stop romanticizing crumbs. Okay, because this dude is being rejected, all right? Because they treated the women like trash. They didn't give her anything. There's nothing on her damn plate. It's scarcity. Oh, you just got to look pretty, honey, and then get over there in that bed so that I can make a movie and broadcast it, right? And they targeted the children. They treated you like crash. They could be, did I say crash? Somebody might be having a crash. Page of Swords is restless. There's no exit. They're trapped in this situation. They can't get out of it. They can't run away from it. They're rejected. He rejected. They can't run away from the truth of it. We got miss you. Now they miss you. Whoa, Two of Cups is here. You're not alone in this storm. As you gasp for air, salvation appears. Somebody wants to escape. They're crushed by the burden of reality. These triangular third-party enemies are under pressure. They could be having anxiety. They could be having a mental issue. We've got irresponsibility. No more excuses for the immature. Spiritual glow-ups do not come with filters. These people are toxic and addicted. And fake. the truth is they were your rival. They chose to make you their opposition. Mr. Teddy Bear Boy Gigolo was routinely having sex with pizza girls and then making pornography movies and broadcasting it throughout the universe. There is a digital detox here. They're being blocked. Spirit, they cannot help but listen. So this says Spirit is typing, but you're not listening. Oh yeah, honey, they gotta listen. Spirit is talking, and they gotta listen. Messages, communications. Yeah, Spirit is no longer on mute for them. Like you may be experiencing some kind of silence, but these ones are now, their head is full of it. Ten of Swords, painful ending. You are avoiding those who abandoned you. They're effed up over you in the head. They were mirroring you with a, and so this fake version of you. They're messed up in the head. Encounter. Mirroring, effed up over you, mirroring. You changed your whole vibe. So your authenticity is getting this fake version of you rejected. They're effed up over you. You're encountering your person. But yeah, so we got shadow. Fake version of you who is mirroring you is messed up over you. A fake version of you, we've got encounter. They could be messed up over you, messed up over your authenticity. It could be your authenticity has them rejected. You're encountering your person. We've got the shadow. You have a sixth sense about those who are in the shadow, those who are being malicious, those are carrying darkness within them, and they're getting let go. Taking a leap of faith, you're letting them go. Or those who are gambling, taking a gamble, you're letting them go. And it's like you never gave up hope. While you've been single, you never gave up hope, finding your person, and you're being reconciled with the crown. So there's still some folks out there, these masculines. I think they might be off planet. I'm not certain exactly. I think these are principalities that have been kind of guiding these jackwagons with their cleverness. So, Page of Cups wants to make a new love offer, but we're not dealing with any third-party enemies. There's a breakup here. This is a separation and the end. You're walking away. It's too late for Casanova, and they're heartbreaking. Yes, it sucks. No, you're not dying. Broken trust, lies, cheating, promises shattered. It's the end. Walking away. Done. You've got public recognition, or you've brought public recognition to this scenario here. This fella getting sudden wealth, making movies with this stupid pedophilia. So it could be that you are unfollowing this person. It could be that this masculine has unfollowed somebody else. Maybe somebody is having massive regrets about unfollowing you and forcing you to take care of yourself. You are free of this forgotten person who was using you to get cash. They were deflowering lots of little girls and then driving their lives into the trash. Lifetime after lifetime. They were so freaking pleased with themselves. so freaking pleased. Done explaining. No more justifying. We're protecting our energy. Protecting our energy. Forgotten person, just F off, all right? Don't come around here. No. Is there a song? Don't come around here no more? Something like that? Mr. Successful is spiritual scarcity. They're having a 10 of Wands burden due to the history. The universe isn't giving them the X back because they were exhibiting them, prostituting their energy, their womb, their life, their body, their mind. They're not getting you back. They're not getting you back. They're not receiving closure. There's no closure for them. They can't block you. They're not blessed. You're just done. So they don't have you anymore. That's done. Done. So you are the Ace of Pentacles. You are the gift. You're transparent, open. You're not hiding nothing. You're not dealing with social mask wearers. The masks are off. They are fake. They've been spreading fake news. If there's a child, it's not you. Somebody's trying to mimic you. They're wearing a mask. They're a really bad copy of you. They're fake all the way, and dots don't mean devotion. Hello, honey. We know you're not devoted. This person is a no strings attached jelly bean Jezebel. We got divine timing. They're going to have to wait. This is the wrong timing for this person here. They're in regret. They're like, oh no, what if, gaslighted. They were gaslighting everybody. They manipulated you. They twisted the truth. They're in regret. Because divine timing is here. And those who backstabbed you worked without results. They did not want strings. Mr. Casanova and his gal, nobody wanted strings. They just wanted to tap, tag, and claim that womb, that vajiji, and then they wanted to keep you in a cycle so they could continue pulling off of it and make sure that you never produced anyone like you. You're the hidden secret, the hidden treasure from long, long ago. They're obsessed with you. They're obsessed with you. They didn't want any strings, and they're obsessed with you. Isn't that something? They did not want any strings. They just wanted to trap you. They're obsessed with you. They're freaking whack. They're whack. And the universe ain't giving you back. There's a 3 of Swords here. They are rejected, divorced, heartbroken. You're coming into a passionate love. You're destined to be together. This person wants you to remember your worth, or perhaps stop romanticizing crumbs. They were treating you like trash. I said crash again. Somebody's going to have a crash. So you're stopping romanticizing crumbs. Dude isn't giving you nothing except a freaking stiffy. You know, and nobody needs that. Nobody needs a trashy stiffy, man. Nobody freaking needs it. Recognize your self-worth. Only when convenient. You're no longer dealing with this the person who treated you like trash. You're done romanticizing Mr. Trashy bedroom giving you crumbs crap. You're moving into your destiny, and they are rejected. There's no exit. They can't run away. They have been rejected. You're no longer making excuses for this indifference. They miss you. But you are free and detached. They miss you. They can't run away. They're not getting it away. You moved on. You moved on. They miss you. Two of Cups, marriage connection. You're not in this storm alone. They want to escape. These third-party enemies, they're under pressure, under pressure. You got me under pressure. They're having anxiety. They could be having mental stuff. They're addicted to your energy. They're irresponsible, immature. You're not, there's no more, there's no more excuses. Spiritual glow-ups don't come with filters. You know, spiritual glow-ups are messy. Spiritual glow-ups look like chaos often. The key is to just keep it tempered, you know, but folks are out there wearing filters and they're hiding the fact that, you know, they think effing their way to the top is the way to go, just wearing a mask. And it's like, no, this says I never meant enough. Unchosen, rejected. Those folks who have been wearing filters, those folks who have been pretending, drug, alcohol, toxic attachments, irresponsible, immature, having anxiety, third-party enemies. They've been faking it this whole time. They're getting rejected. The truth is out about this rival, this routine of creating some kind of bedroom toxicity and then broadcasting it. Look, it wasn't love, it was control. They had the binding here. Mr. Bedroom Fancy Pants. Mr. Bedroom Fancy Pants. Digital detox. No more movies. They're getting blocked. There are messages here. Communications. There could be some kind of messaging system. Signs everywhere. Volume still on mute. So their volume is no longer on mute. Spirit is talking and they have to listen. Like these messages are coming in. They're listening. So they're no longer able to do the movies. They have to listen to spirit. They got to stop sharing those movies. It was control, power play, ego. They wanted to possess and then defile and then humiliate and then consume a suffering and shattered soul. These guys are nasty, man. They love the tears of the woman and child and of the men, I'm sure. I don't really want to get into that because that's for the men to heal. They got it. It's for their shadow work. Somebody's stalking your socials. They're secretly obsessed. This failed mask wearer, this failed mirror, they're getting rejected. This fake version of you, they're effed up over you. This mask wearer. This mask wearer. I'll just pull one of these real quick. Page of Cups wants to make a new love offer. They're getting rejected. This is the separation. This is the end. We're not dealing with third-party gigolos. It's too late. They're heartbroken. Yes, it sucks. No, you're not dying. The trust has been broken. Lies, cheating, promises shattered. Delusion. The dude is having mental issues now. They're losing their mind. Yes, it sucks. No, you're not dying. They just have to bring it together. Bring it together. You brought public recognition to this. You're victorious over those who were hurting you. They're having massive regrets. This forgotten person, this happened centuries ago, and they've just been passing you around for centuries, hurting you. You're done explaining. No more justifying. This is a silent exit. You're protecting your energy. Your new person is protecting the energy. Yeah, you're done explaining. This is a third eye in the reverse. They're losing their vision. They can't spy on you. No more astral projecting. Done. Energy is protected. We've got this person, it has spiritual scarcity. They're in a tenable and burden because of the history. The universe is not letting them have the X back because they used you as a street exhibit. There's no closure for this person because of what they did. They trespassed against your boundaries. So you're taking a step back. Withdrawing, re-evaluating, reflecting, gaining a new perspective. You have gained a new perspective regarding this street exhibit, this stupid nastiness that these so-called men have been doing. Ace of Pentacles, you were the gift. You've always been the gift. You're not wearing a mask. You're not dealing with anybody that's wearing a mask. They're reaping what they sow. What if they're in regret for manipulating you? This is in divine timing. They're reaping what they sow. You're not dealing with Mr. or Miss Mask Wearer. You kept the vision and you're coming into sudden wealth because you cut through the truth, right? You brought the truth to light. Nobody cares anymore. They're reaping what they sow. They're frauds. Fake news. Whoever has been pretending to be you is not you. They're not the daughter. They're a fraud. Whoever's been wearing the mask is not you. They're not devoted. They're manipulative. Reap what you sow, reap what you sow, reap what you sow. You see that? So they're like, oh no, what did I do? Well, they're going to reap what they've sown. They lack devotion. They're not devoted to anything. They're except to destroying people. So they're, again, reap what you sow, putting in the work, growth, nurturing. They're reaping what they sow. They're reaping the seeds that they planted. They're obsessed with you. You were the hidden treasure. There was no strings attached. They wanted to come in and just upgrade or reaffirm their tagging, their deception, their mind games. They worked without reward, Casanova. They could be going round and round and round now. Retrograde. Everything they did to you is in Saturn return. Coming back on them. It will be done to them. They could have some deluded attachments. Hidden from you. And we've got adjust the posture, alignment. They don't have a chakra system. They don't have a rainbow covenant. They don't have a rainbow inside of them. They're obsessed with you. These ones were trying to say that the new generation human being would not have the rainbow covenant, the rainbow inside of them. And that's just weird. So they're being rejected, cut off, divorced. They're in sorrow over your strong, unbreakable bond. They cannot destroy your destiny. They treated you like trash, and we're done romanticizing crumbs. You've realized your self-worth. You've realized your self-worth. You could have realized your self-worth. They may have put you through so many bad experiences that you came to value yourself. You're no longer dealing with people who approach you only when it's convenient. You're done romanticizing crumbs. It's like, look, man, this is trash. You're treating me like bedroom trash. Just want to get together when you want to tap the vajiji. No thanks. Download your freaking delusions. Broken trust, lies, cheating, driving insanity through people's minds, trying to get them institutionalized. What a jackass. They're going to go through it now. And yes, it sucks. No, they're not dying. Perhaps they can go ahead and survive. the impossible path that they put you on. You cut through the confusion. You're no longer dealing with people who have no depth. Shallow Hal. You're not letting Shallow Hal use you to gain attention anymore. It's like, no thanks. Your discernment is activated. You know the truth. You have the gift of wisdom. You got new ideas about what's going on here. You're no longer dealing with these on again, off again, scarcity, frauds. So we got the Page of Swords here, restless in the mental. There's no exit. They're trapped in this situation. They can't get out of it. They can't run away from it. They're indifferent. They didn't care. They miss you. You're free. You are healed. You're no longer hooked. You're no longer hurting. You're no longer hurting. You're tapped into the flow of the universe. You could be receiving a gift. We got phases of the moon. But it came out in the reverse, so I don't know what that means. So something's not hidden. It's not being hidden. You're not afraid of it. It's nothing to be afraid of. Receiving a gift, it's got love, little little hearts coming out of that there box. Tapped into the infinite flow of the universe. Phases of the moon. Two of Cups here, marriage connection. You're not in this storm alone. Somebody wants to escape. They're crushed by the burdens of reality. This third party enemy that really tapped and tagged and messed around with you, perhaps addicted to your energy. They're having anxiety. Time's running out. They're immature, irresponsible. No more excuses. They're addicted and toxic. Spiritual glow-ups don't come with filters. You can't pretend. They're unchosen, unseen. Tea time. That's the tea. That's the tea. Rejected. They could be rejected by tea time. Rejected as a messenger. Somebody's rejected as a messenger. They did not grow. They've been using filters. They've been pretending. They're getting a reality check. You know the truth about this rivalry. They've been tapping into the minds of actual gifts. And then pretending, using a filter to pretend that they were you. They were never you. The mask is off. They're being rejected for tea time. They're not the psychic. They're not the oracle. They're not the true blue you. Ravens. So you know the truth about this rivalry, this so-called competition. Routine, pizza girl, prostitution of children. It wasn't love, it was control. It's power play for these masculine egos and their puppets. There's a digital detox. They cannot show these movies anywhere. You're cutting them off, this virtual world. They could be stuck in it. And they're getting blocked now. They're receiving messages that they cannot mute. The ravens are here. Life and death. The spirit world. The spirit world is filling their mind. with messages that they cannot mute. So whatever happened to you while they were trying to get you mentally institutionalized is back on them now. There is a painful ending here with the Ten of Swords, and you're avoiding those who you got your guard up to those who abandoned your love. No more, absolutely no more. They deeply betrayed every contract that they ever got into. They backstabbed every freaking buddy and treated them like prostitutes. So somebody's effed up over you. They were mirroring you, that fake version of you. They're stalking your social. There's mask wear. We've got encounter here. They may want to be trying to encounter your person. They're being rejected for an encounter. Your person knows who they are. It's a trick, a scheme to deceive you. They're trying to trick you. They're effed up over you. They want to mess up your encounter. It's right there. You got somebody mirroring you right now. They're going to have a painful ending. They're not the Phoenix. They're not the Phoenix. They're not going to be able to start this over. They will not rise. Because it's a trick. They're the trick. The trick. Isn't that funny that they call Bravo workers or whatever, street workers, they call them tricks. They're getting exposed. That was not part of the plan. There's a changing of the tide for the false person, the fake, hiding their true character. There are unresolved issues from past life cycles. These unstable relationships. They got to go learn their lessons now. Bad health and illness is upon them. Because they were playing games with you, mind games, lying on you. They were keeping you away from your purpose. You can't fix them. So you're going to start a new journey. And whatever they did to you is about to backfire on them. There's ancient teachings illuminating your mind. These people aren't ascending. They will be on the outside looking in. Their masks. Your heart is like a lotus flower, and they were not expecting that. They thought you would be enraged, but they couldn't lay it on you. They couldn't interfere with your destiny. Alrighty. So that's the reading. I hope that this brings clarity to something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.